Recorded Books presents A Young Innovator's Guide to STEM. 5 Steps to Problem Solving for Students, Educators, and Parents by Gitanjali Rao. Narrated by the author. Dedication. To all my mentors and teachers who believed in me and allowed me to fail and learn. Welcome. When I first started this journey of innovation, building products, and trying to solve problems around me, I was unsure about what I was doing or why I was going about it in a certain way. There was no clarity of thought on analyzing some problem, classifying the solution approaches, and finally building a solution that was viable. I struggled at every step and never knew what the next step was. While there were several resources on the internet on innovation, there was no straightforward process with clear, handy guidance and a set of tools that I could use to produce an idea-problem-solution combination. It was an exploration each time, and there was no specific direction on ways to seek feedback, find mentors, communicate with experts, get introduced to new technology, and many such things. While conducting innovation sessions, several students asked me questions that prompted me to think about this deeply. This is what they asked, and these are very real unknowns for any student. 1. How do we do well in school and try to innovate? 2. How do you know which challenge helps learn which skill sets? 3. How do we learn technology in depth, which we have never been taught in school? 4. How do we know which solution will work? 5. What do your friends in school think about you? 6. There are a lot of International Science and Engineering Fair, also known as ISEF, and other STEM Challenge winners who have mentioned their journey for inspiration. But how do they do it? We need a prescriptive process and more than just an inspiration. 7. Most students think about these only in high school to boost their profile. Why did you start early when nothing that you do will be counted for your college? Is the time worthwhile? 8. How did your parents help? 9. How do you approach mentors or professors? 10. What is the process you followed that we can reuse? There were several other questions, but you get the idea. Many of them wanted me to not just talk to them about their questions, but to write them down and send my answers over. I decided to do one better and document all of these responses, and more, in a book. This book, A Young Innovator's Guide to STEM, tries to answer all of these questions, and also equip a young, inquisitive mind looking to develop innovative solutions with resources, tools, and tips to help carve out his or her own journey that is unique to each individual. Coming from somebody roughly their age, my hope is this book will help somebody starting out to visualize their journey, challenge themselves, get out of their comfort zone, and prepare for a future that is unknown to all of us. Introduction. Has someone ever told you, come up with an idea, any idea at all? While that does sound like a lot of fun, it is easy to get stuck trying to think of an idea. Similar to writer's block, people can get innovator's block. What problem do I want to solve? How will I come up with a solution? Why is nothing working? It's a complicated process. A lot of people, especially young innovators like us, try to avoid innovation because they're scared of innovator's block. What I'm trying to say is coming up with ideas is hard. It might take you weeks, months, or even years to come up with the idea that you are proud of. But the important thing is that it is a process, and it's a long one too. While, yes, it feels like it takes forever, soon you will have an idea that you can make come to life. And with this innovation, you can solve big problems like world hunger, global warming, and cyberbullying. But hey, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Before we start out anything, it's important to understand the reason this book exists and the broad idea of what I'm trying to get across. While innovation may seem like another word in the dictionary, it's a combination of some of the things that make up our society. It involves problem solving, creativity, and the latest developments in technology.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?